Welcome, welcome, welcome. So tonight, so every week we have either a cook along or a workshop seminar on healthy topics, different a variety of different things. And today, this week we've been going live a little bit more, let people know a little bit about it. And I'm just excited that my mom is in town and she's going to cook with me today because she is the master chef. She's how I learned how to cook. A lot of her recipes, I've used or modified, but yes, she is the teacher. So most of what I know came from her, and then I veganized a lot of things, and so I'm excited. So say hello, Mom.
Well, hello out there, and I'm just here learning and working with Ruby, Dr. Ruby today to see what I can learn.
Right, right. So this week we are doing holiday appetizers because we're in the holiday
Yummy.
season. Yeah, and um, we had, a couple weeks ago we did what to do with your leftovers. We did potato pancakes, no, potato waffles, and I actually did have leftover mashed potatoes that I did make into waffles with my cranberry sauce. It was really, really good. So I even used my own tips there, what to do with that. So we have the, Christmas holiday coming up. We might be going to some parties or having people over. So we thought we would do some easy appetizers that you can either serve or take with you. So we're doing two versions of pinwheel wraps. That's what we're doing today. So we're gonna start with
My favorite.
yes, yes. She definitely came up with this recipe. She's done this very, very well. So this I can't take credit for this at all. This is her creation. So we're gonna turn up the eye, and while I'm doing that, you can chop some onion. And no, this is not beef, even though it looks like it. It is beyond beef that we're using today. So just in case you're not familiar, we're using beyond beef. Um, and because, we're plant-based over here, so this works really well. Now, if you're someone who doesn't like some of the faux meats, you could use, and I'm going to go ahead and put this in the pan while we get started. And I'm going to move it over a little bit close to see. And right in here. If you wanted to do something else, let's say you don't like Beyond or whatever, you could use lentils. They're usually I would use like the brown lentils or the black pearl lentils. You could use that instead. Um, you could also use seasoned tofu. You can season the tofu. So, you got options here. But occasionally I like to use the Beyond meat because it tastes just like beef and it's a great substitute. And it's one of the meats that I faux meats that are, I say the ingredients are pretty decent. They're nothing weird. It's got avocado oil, it's pea protein, so nothing strange in here. It uses, I think, beet or pomegranate juice for the color, so no artificial food colorings or anything like that. So I think it's great for an occasional you know, meat to use. High protein as well. So how do you like the Beyond Beef, Mom?
I really like it. It has all the different things that that are beneficial, and it works well. I enjoy it, and change some of my recipes to accommodate it.
Mm-hmm. And I know a lot of times you use the beef crumbles, right?
Yes.
So I didn't see that. So they have the Beyond Beef, which you can make into patties or you can make into whatever you want. But they also have the crumbles that are kind of almost pre-cooked a little bit.
Right.
So, they don't take as long to cook. So those are an option too. But this can work because it's kind of multi-purpose. You can make it into whatever you want. Because this week we used it to make some Salisbury steak.
Mhm.
Did you have some of that?
No, I haven't
Yeah,
tried it
okay.
yet, but I've been trying everything else.
Yeah, so since she is in town, she gets to eat from my Ruby Red meal delivery service, our vegan meal delivery service. So when she's in town, of course, she has some of that. So
I've been trying to, I enjoy the lentil soup
yeah,
and the salad.
we had tempeh, bacon,
Yeah.
kale salad. That was really good. I had that too. Yeah.
And also the pasta.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had a white bean Tuscan pasta. So that's really good. Oh, and for those who might have joined yesterday when I was talking about the beans, 2 cups of beans. So I think I'm a half a cup off. I have to finish because I put a cup today. I had a cup and a half of the chickpeas. I put a cup in the smoothie, but I only drank half the smoothie. So I need to drink the other half of the smoothie. And then I put the other cup with some sweet potato casserole that I had and string beans and then chickpeas. So I did get my beans and I'm thinking I'm pretty still full. So the beans, 2 cups a day is quite filling actually. And the benefits are really great because of I mentioned yesterday the fiber, um, the protein, and how it helps regulate your blood sugar. I'm just turning this up a little bit, how it regulates your blood sugar. And of course, when you regulate your blood sugar is more even, right? So you don't have the spikes. And the spikes are sometimes what cause you to be more hungry or having crashes in your energy and things like that. So it's really been so day 3 of 2 cups a day um, has been pretty good. I'll finish the other. I have the smoothie later if I'm hungry. Uh, and you don't taste the beans in the smoothie. That's the great part about it. Which is why a lot of protein powders are made from like pea protein and things like that. So we'll let this brown up a little bit. And pick up the temp. You can see it getting nicely done there. You see some, I think there's some fruit there. Seasonings.
Is that smoked paprika?
You know it is. Always, I do have regular paprika, but it's usually going to be smoked. Smoked. And you want to grab that garlic powder right there, or onion powder. I think it's that one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can sprinkle some in here. You can be generous
Okay. All right.
because this Beyond Meat has a good flavor, but it still needs some, a little something, something.
Yes.
Pass it up.
And it takes the flavors well.
Yeah.
And you need the garlic.
Yeah. Let's see, I think I have the garlic powder over here. Yeah. You want to open that? Feel that. Okay, so it's smelling good in here. Smelling great. And I love my trusty salad master skillet. It's also a rice cooker, slow cooker, all of the above. So I use it a lot for my bimbos because it's so handy. Yes. Okay, great. Thank you. You could also put fresh garlic in there too, but we're good.
And with the salad master, I've used it for over, I guess, over 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, it always adds something to food, how it tastes, so it's a good investment.
It is, because I think it's been longer than 30 years, because not to tell everybody my age, but it doesn't matter, white or whatever. So it really doesn't. So, but it was like I was in high school when we got the
Yeah,
yeah.
okay.
I remember why I was like, why are we making such a big deal about this cookware? I was like, it's pot, you know? But now I know. It was a big deal.
I have not bought another set of cookware.
That's
Because
good.
before that, it was like almost
Every year.
every 2 years, I was buying them, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be it. But when I made this investment, I haven't bought another set of cookware
Yeah.
in all those years.
And me neither. Ever since I got this, like almost 10 years, maybe. If it's been that long, but maybe under 10 years, but I haven't gotten, needed anymore. Because not that this is a Alabaster commercial, but since we're here, um, it's titanium, so it doesn't leach anything into your food, unlike other pots and pans and aluminum and anodized stuff. It's surgical grade titanium on the inside, so there's no leaching of any flavor, so you get the true flavor of the food.
Yeah.
And so it's great. So if you're interested in that, I do Salabaster demos. So let me know, and I will do one virtually for you, tell you all the details about it. But moving on, let's start with our dough. So we're using you just press it.
I'm always trying to these things.
Wait, it's somewhere. Oh, you're supposed to peel it,
Yeah.
and then it'll actually pop without you having to do that. Yeah, there it goes. So we are using Auntie Annie's, I think this is organic. Yes, organic crescent roll. So unlike the other well-known crescent rolls, this is better because you don't have any hydrogenated oil or junk in it. So yeah, so this is a much better brand um, than the little white doughboy brand. So so, just because of the ingredients, that's why. So we're using that. But if you have the other brand in your fridge, use it, whatever, and then move on to better ingredients. So we're gonna let this continue to cook. And so instead of doing this in triangles, so usually when you're doing the crescent rolls, you just do the triangle and then roll it up into a roll. We're using that, but we're making rectangles instead. So kind of hold it up when you roll it out so they can see.
Okay.
Here, you can, oh, yeah, hold it up like that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, so there it is. So we're just kind of pressing together the line of where you would separate it and just keeping it in the triangular form. So this is going to be okay.
Okay, so this is what it looks like after you have pressed it together.
Mhm. Yeah. I'm gonna put a little water in here to deglaze the pan a little bit.
Got it.
Okay, so we're making a one big square. All right. Or one big rectangle. So this is almost ready. So should we do the other one too? We do two.
Okay.
Now we'll have leftovers for breakfast, tomorrow, and lunch. Yeah.
No, it's no problem. We can remove them. Yeah,
Even though I'm expecting it, still makes me.
yeah,
But I do like it better because you did used to have to like get the spoon and press really hard and all that work. Knock it against the thing. This is much better.
I was figuring it's sort of slower than that.
Right. And because you can't peel off anything with salad mixer, you're supposed to use metal. You don't have to worry about scratching up the pan. So, yeah, this is settled down.
Yes, it looks perfect.
Okay. Then we're gonna put a little cheese. This is plant-based cheese, which is basically like coconut oil and a few things. So basically, if this is a recipe online, it would use beef and cheese. Basically, we're just veganizing that. Not very hard to do these days. All right. I'm gonna mix that in. You can let it melt a little bit. All right.
Do this one first.
And
You can see the roll this way or that way.
no, you're the chef. You're the expert.
I go this way.
Okay. I'm deferring to you. All right, so let's turn this off. All right, and yeah, this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're just gonna spread the meat out, over
Mhm.
everything.
Okay.
And you don't have to do it real heavy, because you're gonna roll it up.
Right. Right.
I'm just gonna spread the meat.
It's always nice to cook with your mom because it reminds me of growing up. They're doing all the. Everybody loves to come to our house for dinner because we had the best food. I'm just gonna say, and I'm not the only one who says that. Everybody, no one likes to turn down an invitation to our house for our dinners.
I enjoy cooking.
Mhm.
And I enjoy people enjoying the experience.
Yeah, that's why I like to cook more when there are people to eat it. So, all right.
Um, Try to get it to the end.
The edges, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm. Yeah. Good. And then that we start with the rolling process.
Okay, so we're gonna roll it up.
Mhm.
I'll hold this.
Okay.
So you could also use a puff pastry sheet too.
Mhm.
This would work well too for the puff pastry. I almost got the puff pastry sheet. They're very similar. So you could just, and then you don't have to worry about pinching things together because it already
Yeah,
comes in one
She
sheet.
feel place just pinch it together on the back side.
Mhm.
So that looks pretty good.
And then we actually use a serrated knife.
And then where's the,
Okay, so we're going to get the sheet, and I'm just gonna. There's a little olive oil in here.
I don't like the
You
rate.
don't like that one? Okay. Okay.
And one,
Okay, then we just sit it that way.
mhm.
Get it on the pan. Right. So I don't know if Eric, if you're there, are there any questions or
Oh,
comments?
whoops, I am here.
Okay.
How
So
are you?
good?
No, we don't have any questions. I would
Okay.
second everything you've said.
Okay. I see some things on Facebook. I have to look.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not
Okay.
monitoring Facebook.
Yeah.
No, we were-
Okay. Yeah. Fine.
okay.
It's gonna come out perfect once it's in the oven. It might look a little messy now.
Mhm.
You don't like that about this?
Right. It's kind of like cinnamon rolls, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is
Exactly. Okay.
That's it.
Gotta get the right knife.
You could kind of turn this into a beef Wellington, a quick one if you wanted to.
Yeah. True. Okay.
So, Dr. Ruby, what were the general proportions of how much you were using?
What do you mean? About how much did we use in the first thing?
Right, so that people know how much, of the
Okay.
ingredients you
So
need.
the package, so we did one onion and the package is 16 ounces. So we used about half of that. So that would be about a cup or 8 ounces um that we used so far. Yeah.
For this knife, it's much better.
Okay, great. Okay, somebody asked, okay, somebody on YouTube said, what are we cooking? We are cooking appetizers for the holidays, specifically pinwheels. So we're using a vegan beef, also some vegan cheese, and making pinwheel appetizers. So that's what we're cooking for the folks who came in late.
And the
Okay,
crescent roll
right.
dough.
All right, so there's that. So I'm gonna put these in the oven at 375 or I go higher.
I usually do about 375 to, yeah, about 375, 400.
Okay. All right, so there we go. For
So we have a running book here.
okay, so few items are in the oven in DC, and it's not enough kitchen space for all my stuff.
So the oven is sometimes used for,
Yes, it is used for storage. Yeah, it's only because these apartments are like cracker box. So you gotta use every space. I have a lot of kitchen stuff. So okay. So here we go. I usually clear that out. And fortunately I don't put anything in there that is melted.
Just
So in the
case.
event that something like that happens, I don't even think they would have known, but that's what happened. That's what was going on over here. So, um, so we got that taken care of. Um, yeah. So, so I'm just checking. So we're doing the second one.
Exactly. You just want to make sure it's everything. I need a little. Everything is almost right at the end. Okay. Now,
Okay.
I want to.
And this is going to be our first one. We have another type of pinwheel coming up right after this. So now you get a second go at it. And the key is to go all the way to the edge. That's kind of the thing I forgot. Yeah.
So as close as possible.
Mhm.
Okay. We'll start the rolling process again.
Okay.
Get it going. There we go.
Right. So it looks like you want to do a thin layer of the meat
Mhm.
filling.
Right.
Right.
Don't go too heavy.
Exactly.
Right. Exactly.
I've done that, but it turned out okay. But it's best to go as light as possible.
Right. So that it
Mhm.
has that delicate appetizer appearance and look.
And so we're going to do some in my air fryer here. I'm just going to spray that. So we've got a glass air fryer. So these will be done a little quicker. I just sprayed the bottom with, we'll see if they stick or not.
And I notice you are doing the glass air fryer.
Yes. Yes, I am. And that is because some of the regular fryers are the lining of the pan is something like the non-stick, and that is very toxic. So I'm just putting 5 of these in here. So when you have the glass, you don't have to worry about that. You don't have any toxic lining.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that because I haven't seen them done in the air fryer.
Mhm. So we got those going. Over here. And now. So I'm seeing some other comments on Facebook. So it looks great. I'm going to try to make it. That's thanks, Brenda and Moses. Thank you. Please do. Okay, I can see Alita and Allie, thanks for joining. All right, all right. So, okay, so we can unplug this. We have some more of those. Okay, so we're gonna move on to our next dish now, which is another form of pinwheels. So let's say you don't feel like breaking out the oven. You're like, I don't cook, I don't cook. Like, this is super easy. You can't mess it up. You don't even have to heat up anything. So this is an easier version of the pinwheels that you can take to a party or serve yourself. So we're gonna transition to that. Okay, so now we've got clean four portions. I know.
I never made these before, so
Okay,
it's something new.
okay,
New.
all righty. Well, it's super easy. So you can handle what we just did. You can definitely handle this.
They sound really good.
Yes. So you have a couple of options here. We have this over here. So we're going to use some vegan cream cheese. This is Kite Hill with the chives. I like this one because it's almond based, right? So and we let it sit out for a little bit, so it's kind of soft, which is good. It's kind of how you want it. Now, I usually add hummus to stretch it because this is plant-based cream cheese and it can be kind of expensive, like $6 or whatever. So you each one, and if you're making a lot, you don't want to spend like $6 each time. So I like to mix it with hummus because hummus is a little less expensive and it stretches it and it adds a good amount of protein too, because it's chickpeas or sometimes it can be an edamame hummus. So I usually do it to kind of stretch it. We're not making that much today, but we're gonna have to share with neighbors because we are kind of making a lot now that I'm thinking about it.
Well, I know a lot of people, know a few people who will be excited about it.
Oh, right, right. Okay. All right. So you want to mix those two together. And then
And now what is this recipe? Which recipe is this or what's the,
this is pinwheel. This is another version of pinwheel. It's a
okay.
no cook pinwheel.
Mhm.
So if you don't have a lot of time and you just want to, put something together that's going to look cute, I think we need all those. So we got some green onions here.
And tasty.
Yes. So this is an appetizer. So we're being a little decadent with the cheeses and things like that. So this isn't the super clean low calorie dish. Okay. This is the party food. It's still not bad though. So, relax anybody. You can splurge a little bit, which is what I have in my cookbook, by the way. Um, I have the splurge chapter where we're doing things that are a little more decadent, that, a little higher on the calorie side, a little more dense with some oils and things like that, versus the, immune boosting chapter, which is really talking more about what you're eating, primarily for your health, but it still tastes good. But we are still putting very good ingredients in here. Green onions are super good for you.
I love them.
Yep. I remember as a kid, my parents used to eat these green onions, just like a whole green onion with their dinner, I'd be like, what is wrong with that? How can you eat this onion? Look so gross, but now I get it. It's a mild onion. So when I'm doing raw dishes, we usually use the green onions because it's very mild, as you might know. Or I use the red onions. But yeah, I was perplexed with the onion eating. So,
Yeah, but we still don't eat it that way. We
after
chop it
I-
up. We don't just take the long green onion and start munching on it.
you guys did used to do that, did you not? I was like,
Dad
wow.
used to do that. Yes.
Yeah,
More so him.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think I always wanted mine chopped up a little bit. I use mine more as a topping,
Mhm.
especially anything that is, have a Mexican flair to it.
Mhm. And it's still an onion, so it still has those antiviral properties, but it's also getting to my eyes a little bit. So,
Yeah,
so now,
bringing in some color.
yeah, we are bringing in a little color to it. Right, so now we got that chopped up.
Smells good. Even
Yeah, I have a red half in there if you want to look in the fridge. There's in a glass container on the second shelf. A half of red bell pepper. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're going to add a little more color with the red bell pepper. And as you know, with raw dishes, it's you really kind of want the red or the orange, anything except the green. You know, the green is best for cooking the bell peppers. So we got that in there, and then we're going to add a little red. And then the hardest part is pretty much done. All right. And you can lay out a few of these. So, all right. I'm just going to get our bell peppers. And you could put this in the food processor and chop it really quickly too if you wanted to. Say if you really didn't want to chop. But when we're done, all right, so we got our bell pepper.
these are just like,
Yeah.
these are corn. I believe these are corn tortillas.
Okay. So
Yeah, yum corn.
it's supposed to be flour. But I ordered the groceries and I got what I got. So we're gonna go with that. Wait, I'm looking at our menu.
Did you check those in?
I'm just turning these over. Those aren't ready
All
yet.
right, let's stay close.
So normally we have flour for tortilla. That's what but we're gonna make it work.
But corn is good.
Yeah, especially if you're gluten free. You have the corn.
And this is all that goes into this part.
Yes.
And we just Gonna spread it
I'm
on.
gonna spread it on there.
Looks pretty.
Yeah, it does. I mean, you could eat this as a dip, really. So, so yeah, thin layer. So we're gonna roll.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna add a layer of basil because that just makes the flavor pop a lot.
Oh, the basil smells so good.
It does. So basil.
Okay.
So we got the basil. And then we're gonna do the same with the tomato.
That just looks pretty.
We have some sliced tomato here. And all right. And we've got some toothpicks because sometimes you need that to hold it together. So ideally you would want a bigger wrap, but this gives you the idea. So we're gonna pin it and then cut. So yours is a little too fat.
Yeah.
That's fine. This is like I said, thin layer.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was a little bit too generous.
yeah. So generally, just kind of cut it like this. We're gonna pin this way. We gotta this is why you use flour. So,
Okay.
so yes. But we're rolling with it literally.
Now we're rolling.
Oh, we're rolling with it. So what you want is a nice large flour tortilla, and then you just roll that. And and you can also lay them flat on a plate and just put them really close together, and they kind of stay together. But I'm gonna try it just to give it a taste, and you can too.
To be honest, yeah,
That's really good.
to be honest,
Mhm.
yeah, close to Pinwheels,
Mhm.
I would really like to eat mine just like that.
It's just open,
Open face.
like a taco.
Mhm. And then
It's actually really good.
try.
Yeah, give it a try. Okay, I know we're over a little time. Usually we have within the hour with bread.
This is very, very good.
Isn't it?
Mhm.
Okay. And our other pinwheels are ready. Yeah.
Mm.
You look good.
Wish you guys were here.
I go. So, so we have to take these for online, but we can't even pay them. So, so here we have these, and here I'm gonna chop this.
You want to put, you can put some of the ones you did at
The air fryer. Oh yeah, we can grab. So, little chives here, and also chives can go in here. All right. Okay, so there you have it.
It's a dirty job, but somebody's got to taste
Right. For you, I really love this one because this one was one on the end, so it's nice and pretty. But yeah,
Yeah.
all right.
Mm. I really wish you were here.
These two actually go good together
Mhm.
with that dip. And
Yeah.
this is like very refreshing
Right, right,
with the basil, and then this is a little heavier, so it actually balances really well. Delicious. Okay. So thank you for joining us on this simulcast that we finally figured out. And so every week in my healing community, we do something like this, or we do a topic about like boosting your immune system or different things that are really specialized. You also get a Q&A time with me. And so it's also a way to connect with other people who are like-minded, trying to live their best life. So we encourage you to join my healing community. You just go to my website and you'll see a link to say join. And this month, you can join for only $9.99 and use the code word healing. Just all caps healing, HEALING, and you can join and see what we're up to. And I'll be back tomorrow with something else to talk about. But I really appreciate you joining us tonight. And like I said, it's usually every Wednesday night. We keep it under an hour or at an hour, but this was a special episode with my mom. So uh, just glad you guys joined, and thank you for hanging in there. And those in the community will get the recipes if they haven't gotten them already. And I also take requests for different types of recipes as well. And I also show how we do some recipe development too. So that's another aspect of the community. And right before we go, I'm going to look at a few comments. I just joined.
I just want to say,
Okay, yeah.
I always watch, cooking shows and whatever, and I'm always sitting at home and I'm saying, boy, I sure would like to taste that. Now I know
Right.
how it would feel to be there. This was really good.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank you for joining me. Erica, are you still there?
Yes, Dorothy said she enjoyed meeting you, Mom.
Enjoy meeting you.
All right. All right. Well, that's all for now. If you're not in the community, go to my website, rubylathan.com, click that link and join, and I'll see you tomorrow or next week. Okay, bye.